Hi, how are y'all doing today? I'm back. So, I was thinking about something. Um, when I was in school, in kindergarten, they said I was gifted, right? Yeah. And then in grade 4, they wouldn't let me speed up because I knew everything they were teaching in math and stuff, so they just made me read books. And to give me a kind of a mental block with numbers. But I guess they didn't like my gifts. and and then in grade 8 I skipped most of the school year, right? I missed all my term, my papers, essay, all that, all the tests, so they wouldn't they failed me because my work was good, but I didn't spend enough time in school. So I had to go in front of the Board of Education with my mother because I refused to be failed and have to do grade 8 again, right? And they were like, well, you have to, you have to. And I was like, no, I don't have to, and I'm not going to. Fine, fail me. I'm not going to school. So they talked about about amongst themselves. You know what I mean? Like they're better than us. And then they said, okay, well, we've decided we're going to place you in grade 9 as long as you promise to go to school, okay? And I was like, yeah, okay, sure. Thanks, whatever, bye. And I left. Grade 9, a couple of weeks into grade 9, I got accused of hitting the French, or what was it, German teacher with a yardstick. I was waiting in line outside the homeroom, and she came along and friggin' whacked me with the stick, right? She just popped out of the door. I was the last person in line, and when she hit me, I grabbed the stick out of her hand, because nobody beats me. I'm womankind. I am not human, right? And just at that moment, the geography teacher walks around out down the hall and around the corner and sees me with the stick and says, Teresa, how dare you hit the German, or, so-and-so, I can't remember her name, the teacher with the stick. And I was like, I didn't hit her with the stick. She hit me. I took the stick from her to make her stop. Don't lie to me, he says. Go to the office. So I go to the office. The vice principal says, you're as much problem as 1,000 students. So you're kicked out of high school for life, right? 2 weeks into grade 9. So I was like, okay. Dang, my mother will be mad. So I went home. She wasn't happy. But she says, well, now that you are not going to school, you have to get a job or you have to move. And I was like, what? I'm 15. That's not right. How could you do that to somebody? So within 2 weeks, I had a job working at a restaurant as a waitress, making like, oh, goodness sakes, $3 an hour or something like that. Couldn't afford to do nothing with it. But I had a job, so I didn't get kicked out. Regardless to say, the idea of this video was they labeled me as uncontrollable in that Board of Education meeting, right? They said I was uncontrollable, right? So it's a good thing. I realized that the other day. It kept me down for most of my life. I thought, yeah, something wrong with me, I guess, right? Because they labeled me. And then I realized I'm uncontrollable. That's why I'm not following their program. That's why I see all the bullshit in the movies and in the news and in the music. I hear all the subliminal stuff. I see the subliminal stuff. I'm uncontrollable. And it's a blessing, right? Because I can't be programmed. So the longer you go to school, the more you learn in school, the more programmable you are, right? Because that's what they're training you to do. That's what repeating stuff is. When you repeat something, you hear the same lyrics over and over and over in a song. That's subliminal programming. I know, I've done it to myself. That's how I healed myself through depression and anxiety, is I use subliminal frequencies, self-hypnosis videos, stuff like that, and it works. So why wouldn't I, right? A lot of people are afraid of this stuff. Guess why? School makes you afraid of it. Religion will make you afraid of it, right? You're afraid somebody's going to program you? Well, you're already programmed, so congratulations, right? Time to break your programming. Break free, people. Be uncontrollable. Not in a bad way. I didn't go out and hurt people or cause harm. I just didn't follow what they wanted me to do, right? I didn't put my kids in daycare and go work for nothing so that they make somebody else rich and I could barely survive. No, I decided to stay broke and raise my 6 children at home. My mistake was putting them in school because of my programming, right? Society's program. This is what you have to do. If you don't do it, you're a bad parent. You're a bad mother. You're a bad father. Whatever, right? They're bad for forcing you to do stuff that your intuition, your inner voice, right, says to you, this doesn't feel right. Why do I have anxiety about getting my kid a vaccination? Why do I have anxiety about sending my kid on the bus for the first time in his life by himself at 4 years old or 5 years old? Yeah, see? Trust your feelings. If you get anxiety because you're doing something like that, don't do it. Nobody says you have to. Just because the phone rings doesn't mean you have to answer it. Just because somebody knocks on the door does not mean you have to answer it. If it's important, they'll call back. Or they'll come back. That's just the way it is. So, I don't know if it's a bit of a lecture, a bit of a story, what it is. But it is me. And I am unique. I am authentic. I do not lie. I love you all. Bye.